Hello everybody, this is a tutorial on some tips to do a rhythmic dictation. This is a system that I don't know if I learned it or if I taught it to myself when I was in college, and it really helps me do dictations. Sometimes if I have something particularly tricky to do, I will still do it this way. This requires using a pen and pencil. I'm using a Sharpie here to make it easier for you to see, but I would definitely use a pencil for this, or a whiteboard is another way, nice way of doing it. But anyway, get yourself a piece of paper. It doesn't matter. You can do it. I'm going to do it big here to make it easy to see, but it doesn't need to be big. Right now, the first thing you want to do if you know you're going to do a dictation is to get your measures ready. The dictation we're going to be doing is 2 measures long, so I'm just going to draw 2 measures like that. Next thing I'm going to do is I know that this is in 4/4 time, that there's 4 beats per measure. You don't need to write that out if you just already know. And because there's 4 beats per measure, I'm going to make 4 little hash marks up at the top of my measures. Okay, this is beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that I've got this thing ready, this little template ready, I can listen to my rhythm. Let's just listen to it once, and then I'm going to show you what I do when I'm doing these. So I am using Earmaster to give me these rhythms. Right now, this one is only it's only going to be using quarter notes and half notes. So when I listen to it, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to write down little dots that correspond with where I hear the notes. That's it. Okay, so as it plays, I'm going to do this in real time. I'm going to write down a dot on any beat that I hear a note on. This is why we want to do this in pencil, but again, I'm using a pen just because it shows up easier on the camera. There we go. So I only drew dots on the beats that I heard notes on. Once I've got that, I can see, all right, I see that this dot right here is going to take up 2 spaces. So I know that's a half note. Those are quarter notes. Same thing over here. So I can fill that out really quickly by doing it this way. I've got quarter, half, quarter, and then I know it's ta, 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 ta. That was easy. Now, I've done this a bazillion times, right? So I can do it quickly. You may have to do 1 measure at a time. That's totally fine. I would always recommend listening back as you follow along. For right now, though, let's do a harder one. I'm just pulling up a different example here. All right, so this next one, still going to be in 4/4 time, 2 measures, so I'm going to get my space ready the exact same way I did before. Got my 2 measures. Got my beats all laid out in hash marks. Just for you guys, I'll write the numbers up here again. Now, this particular excerpt can I don't know if it will, it can use whole notes, dotted half notes, quarter notes, and 1/8 note pairs. It can. I don't know if it's going to. I'm doing this for real. So I'm going to listen to it once just so you guys can hear it, and then I'm going to do it live. Great. That uses a lot of different types of notes. All right, so now I'm going to do it live. Again, I'm going to mark down just little dots everywhere that I hear a note, how they line up with the beats, or if it's 1/8 notes in there in between the beats, then I'll do in between, you'll see. So I'm going to do this live again. There we go. That's it. Okay, just these little dots. Now I have to know how to interpret these dots. Quarter, half note, quarter, right? This is a half note because there's a whole empty space right after it, so it has to take up that whole space. I've got 2 dots in between 1 and 2 here. that means those are eighth notes, quarter, quarter, quarter. I'm gonna listen back to it. That is A plus work right there. That is my handy dandy trick to doing rhythm dictations. Like I said, it's worked for me for a long time. Rhythm dictations are something that I do on a regular basis, and this system has always worked really well for me. So try that out. If you can't just do it, especially if you can't just do it right off the top of your head, then write it out like this, and I really hope that it works well for you.